I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures. Here to talk to you about the grain markets, agricultural markets here today. It is Friday, January 22nd. I saw a headline midweek this week. Dow dropped 600 points in agricultural markets, down on modest volume. Maybe modest volume is the key. But the Dow Jones, our stock market's being down 400, 500, 600 points. That's not good for any markets. I'm seeing live cattle influenced by our stock markets. Cocoa market just falling out of bed here, and I don't believe the demand for chocolate has subsided at all. So there's going to be some opportunities here. It's certainly no guarantees. We're seeing clients who haven't traded in years come back into our markets here. So going forward, as money's looking for a home and a higher return, agricultures are going to be very, very interesting here. Corn market, our first chart, we got a chart here at corn. Corn gapped higher this week. I find that interesting. All this corn in the world and we gapped higher. What's going on here? Well, certainly there's some short covering. You had a big managed fund short position in corn. So this is pretty impressive here. And as long as we can stay above this gap here, markets are in a positive technical nature. There's a 50-day moving average on this chart. Take a look at this. I've had analysts and traders all week long talk to me about this 50-day moving average on corn. We're above there, we're below there, we're above there, we're below there. Market's trying to decide what it's going to do here. Today we're above that 50-day moving average. Keep an eye on that. I talk about demand every week, and demand is the key here. Here's something, the TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership. This is economic policy before our Congress here. This is going to be a boom for U.S. agriculture if and when Congress can get this passed. Soybean is our biggest export market, and we talk about soybeans every week. So corn, this is going to help the corn market. In 2014, corn exports were $14 billion for U.S. farmers. So what's going to happen is Asia's, the demand for their beef is going to increase, and that's going to increase our domestic feed usage. So the use of soybean meal and corn is going to be very increased by this TPP, this Trans-Pacific Partnership, when again and if our Congress can get this passed. Corn, the biggest corn beneficiaries are going to be, for export markets, are going to be Japan and Vietnam, as these tariffs are lowered, and they're going to increase purchases of U.S. corn. Again, should be a boom for U.S. agriculture. Scientists have said 2015 is the warmest year on record. So whether you agree with global warming or disagree with global warming, it's here, and we have to accept that. So as we move into this next weather cycle, it's going to be key for North American markets here this spring and summer, and certainly, we're mid-April, so a few months ahead going forward. So there's a lot going on in markets. We need to see global equity markets stabilizing here, and we'll get back to supply and demand and the fundamentals that we're talking about. Wrapping this up, these are amazing times that we live in. This is the greatest time to live and be on earth in the history of our markets. And as technology continues to grow and increase, and it finds its way into even industries like farming. So stay tuned, and everybody have a great weekend. Thank you. Futures may involve substantial risk and may not be suitable for all investors.